You guys, what's
Definitely
going
do.
on in the UK?
Well, we don't have the hangover from the election that you guys have. It's you think it was World War III the way it's been going on, but no, we had ours in the summer, and it wasn't as stressful as yours. But anyway, good to see you, Jack. How you been?
I've been fine. How you guys been? Look, it's been a long time since the last Janet Jackson countdown.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, yes. I mean, you're here because you've got a new single, "No More," that just got released today. So we want to be able to talk about your new single.
Come on,
You've got a
Nandi.
video
She's here
that's
to make America great again.
That's right, right,
She's here to make
right.
the
We
P
try to make America great because we don't know what's going. We don't know what the heck is going on.
the P Diddy party lost. What happened? The P Diddy party lost.
You know what? You know what's crazy? That y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist to my heart, right? And I'm just like, I don't do politics because you know the politics is crazy, and it's like half the time you don't even know which side is the worst. So it's like, okay, so you gonna pick the best worst one? I'm like, and I don't care if you can dance, you can cook collard greens, you can make macaroni and cheese, you can do, you can twerk, you can do all that. I don't care if you can do that. That has nothing to do with, you know, homelessness and our people living the way that they do, the old people living the way that they do. You know, our country have a lot of BS going on. So, I'm that chick that I'm like, don't ask me nothing because I'm not telling you if I voted or not. I'm not telling you anything because what I say has nothing to do with what's going to happen anyway.
Well, I
So
hope you voted. I don't need to know who you voted for, Jackie, but I hope
Hey,
you went
Keith.
out and used your democratic right to vote. So I think it's always very important to do that. And
you said,
is there any conspiracy theory about your amazing head attire that you're wearing this
oh,
evening?
my my hat. Oh my gosh, with my 29 colors. I needed to be colorful tonight. So I had to, put a little something on.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know
Welcome
it's
everyone.
noisy. Y'all know I'm always in my car. I'm always in my car.
It's sad. Keith R&B, welcome this evening. Welcome. Um, we've got our
Keep
special guest,
going.
got our special guest, Miss Jacci McGhee here today. She just dropped her new single, "No More." Slight departure from the R&B new Jack stuff that we're normally used to Jackie dropping. So it'll be interesting to find out about that. And she also released a video to go alongside it. Yes, but anyway, but what's it been like for you, Jackie? And then I think the last time we saw you, you'd just come off actually doing some shows as well. Just getting back into doing shows after all this time. What's that been like? And music out and shows.
Well, I stopped doing, trying to do the shows because I was like, I want to finish my EP. So I went to Atlanta and I did No More, and because I had already started it and I didn't finish it. And then I did another song. We don't have the title for it yet. We don't have the title for it yet. Um, because we were going to use it as an interlude. And then, because Reese, the producer, declared, Reese Johnson, he's funny because if he don't like something, if it just don't hit him in the head, he's like, I don't know, man. Because, he got a country accent. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm really feeling this, man. And I'm like, it's 100 of us in the studio today. Like, you brought your boy in here, then you played piano and whatever, whatever. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with it? I was kind of vibing with it, but we didn't finish it. We went right to No More. And what he does with me, we've been working together since 94, 94.
Mm.
He worked on my second album that never came out. So, you know, we've been the ones basically putting the songs out that I've been putting out. Um, Slow Down, he didn't do, but Riches of the World, Time and Time, If This World Were Mine. Um, what else we put out? So whatever, all the stuff basically that we've been putting out is Reese, me and Reese. And he just throws me in the booth and he's like, just sing, man. Come up with something. Just and I'm going through a divorce. So I never talked about I really don't talk about my marriage. When I do, I talk to people, about what they go through and how we pick the wrong people when we don't wait, for an answer from the Most High. We don't pray about nothing. Everything is lust and this and this and that. So, um, November 2nd made 18 years for me. And my my daughter's dad, because I'm trying to get used to saying not my husband, but my daughter's dad, um, he's 17 years younger than me. So, and I wasn't looking for no young dude. I wasn't being a cougar at all. He was my piano player, and we were good friends. We became good friends. And he wanted to be married, but all that stuff, it was good for a second, but it started going like weird and sour. But I never talked about what I went through. And when I got in the booth, when I went to Atlanta, just what, 3 weeks ago when we did it, like 3.5 weeks ago, I um I just went in and it just came out about my marriage because he has a child that he had on my marriage, and she's 7, she's going to be 8. And I love that little girl. She's like my daughter too. And I never beefed with the mother or anything like that. I just, you know because she's a very pleasant chick, very pleasant woman. She's not even gonna say chick because I don't even like to do that, because she's not one of those type of women. She's not chicken head. She's not none of that. She's a really, really sweetheart. She's a good person. Um, and
Chicken head.
yeah, chicken head. Chicken head is the hose, Stevie. The hose. That's the chicken head.
Chicken head.
That's that's the chicken head. So she's not one of those. She's not. She didn't know that my husband was married. So, I had to take all of that stuff into consideration. You can't just go, slapping people up and you don't know. Plus, she's on y'all side of the water. So, but I don't blame her. And this is not about her. This is about him. Um, and it's just what he did. And now I'm doing my divorce. It's like, no more. We finished. We've been separated for a long time, though. And it's just, it was just no more for me. I'm like, you know, the lying, the cheating, I don't know if y'all got to the end of the video, but we'll talk about that. But I felt like I needed to do this to sing about what my pain. Um, but I have forgiven, which that makes you heal even more. But um, I wanted to do music that is me. And Reese plays guitar, he plays drums, he plays everything. And he actually worked with Alicia Keys when she first got started, and he taught her a lot of stuff too. So he's the bomb. And he was like, I want to make this joint like one of those, in vogue. What you want gonna be? I can't pretend. I make up keys and everything for people's songs. But I was like, oh yeah, that would be hot. Because when he played it for me, when we first did it, we were just in the studio messing around and we didn't finish it. But he went in, put guitar, drums, the craziness, and he made it into what he knows that I am. Um, and I'm not gonna shy away from that anymore. The R&B, I love my R&B stuff. I love my New Jack Swing, my hip hop stuff, but people don't support me. It's like the artists don't support me. People don't support me. My records struggle. So I'm like, F it. I'm gonna go to whoever's gonna like me. So let me go to my rock side. Let me do what I do and what I love to do. I did it when I was with the Family Stand. And even though it was, Family Stand album for that album, because they're known for doing a lot of rock, um, as well, even though Ghetto Heaven was R&B joint, but they're still known for more rock stuff. And when I did the album with them, we did kind of like a rock, like an R&B rock record. But I was like, no, I want to be who I am now. And this is the type of stuff that I'm going to do. And if I got to start from a small audience, and because I'm putting my band together, I still have to get a piano player, which that's what my husband is. And well, my almost ex-husband, that's what he is. And he was playing, he used to play for me. But now I have a new, um, now I have a new, somebody was trying to call me, I'm sorry. Now I have a new um band. So I have a drummer. He's in the video. His name is Lloyd. And they call him Snare Jordan, like Michael Jordan, because he's bad. That when I tell you that boy is bad, he's a beast. And so is the guitar player. His name is Ish. And they're beasts. So I just have to find a piano player, and I'll probably do a 3-piece until I can, afford to get a bass player. I have to find a piano player that plays bass, synth, and the keyboard parts. But yeah, I'm just, I wanted to go to my true self. Not saying that, hip hop and R&B is not me. New Jack Swing is not me. It is, because that's what I came from as well. But I'm like, I gotta be me. I'm 58 now. I gotta, I don't know how many more years I'll have to sing. And I'm like, let me still do it before I get all wrinkled up and looking crazy. But on that note, you know, the Grateful Dead and the what's my boys with Mick Jagger and them, they still doing it.
The
So I'm
Rolling
like, let me get,
Stones.
that's right, the Stones. I can still get it in a little bit. But go ahead, y'all can talk now. I'm sorry. Just trying to.
No, I mean I mean, how do you think it's been received? You know,
It's only been a day yet, Namdi. It's only been a day.
no, from those people who, in fact, you know what? Let me see if we can even go ahead and, for those who are watching, I'm going to try and do this. I've never tried to do this, which is to try and see if we can watch it and share screen. Okay, Jackie McGhee, no more. Let me see,
Oh, this is
include
good.
the
With
audio.
the video.
Yeah, are you able to see that?
Yep.
Yeah, we can see it. Mhm.
All right, then let's go.
Oh, it's a shame.
I was like, did it stop?
It's just buffering into it.
Yeah, it's too late.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's possibly because we're live streaming at the same time. That's probably why it's buffering.
Okay. We
We get the
will.
picture, though.
We got the picture. Right. We just didn't get to the end of it when I'm talking nonsense at the end.
The first thing I thought, though, when I heard it, when I first heard the record, I thought, I felt like you had gone back to your family stand days. You know, that
Yeah.
mixture, like you're saying, of like traditional R&B, rock, bit of AOR. You know, I thought, yeah, and, you know, and then I played it 2 or 3 more times, and I thought it's a strong track. So I would say to the listeners out there, if you're hearing it for the first time, give it a few more plays. You know, it is a very strong track. You know, and you're giving your all. You're giving your all in the track, Jackie. Like, you know, like I was saying about Janet a few weeks ago. She's, you know, she's of a certain age. She's up there on a stage. She's still in the game. You got to commend her for that. And, you know, you're doing the same thing. You know, and it's all very tasteful as well. You know, I'm really impressed. So very strong
Thank
record.
you.
You know?
Thank you, Stevie. I was waiting to hear what you had to say. I'm scared to hear what Namdi gonna say, because you know the songs that we kind of like that Janet did. He was like, that's number 10.
You know, one of the things I would say is it felt as if you had the band in the studio when recording it, and so it gave it its authentic look. So even the video, then it felt as if, yep, we actually got them. So was the producer playing these instruments live, or did he get the band to play while it was recording, or was it just all done on programmed?
No, he did it. I wish we could have done it live, but he did it. He plays himself. Reese is just a beast, so he is just him in the studio clowning by himself, coming up with stuff. But at the end of the day, like he's one of those that he does know my voice, so he'll create something. Because usually we're together when, you know, we're creating. So now what he does, since I'm here and I'm not in Atlanta anymore, he'll send me something, and then he'll call me and say, I sent you something, man, check it out. And then I'll say yay and nay if I like it or not. But like for me, this, and like you said, Stevie, it is one of those songs that you gotta listen to. You listen to it the first time you hear it, you're like, okay, wait a minute, you know. But then when you really listen to it down to, you know, the instrumentation of it, and even the background vocal. I got so many damn background vocals I put on there. I don't even remember what I was saying in the background.
Yeah. I think those elements of the. Yeah, Stevie says sometimes you listen to it once or twice, and then by the third time you're like, okay, actually. But I wonder how much hearing the story and then listening to it again, hearing what you've just explained and listening to it, it then just has a very different meaning. I always remember how Aaron Hall's "I Miss You." You know, I listened to it when it first came out. When I bought the album, and I didn't think much of the track. And then I saw the video, and I'm like, oh goodness! And then and you listen to it, and you're trying to find a lot of meaning into it. So it's amazing how the brain works. So as I said, as I listen to it now, I think, oh, I actually do like this. But first time I heard it, I was like, oh, he's not R&B, and so I got kind of focused on that. And then now I just said, okay, let me just listen to it from that point of view. You got some. You got J. Anthony, Ira Soul. Um,
Hey y'all, that's my people.
yeah, so she, yeah, so they're all there and stuff. Um, yeah, I mean, has would this influence the direction of the EP then? As in, or are you just going to, decide just we'll
Do
make
both.
the music and whatever comes out, whether it's pop rock, whether it's R&B, whether it's hip hop inspired.
You know, for me, um, and we talked about this before with music. I don't think that we should limit ourselves and just have a certain, you know you have the record labels that want to put you in these categories and say, here you're supposed to do this, here you're supposed to do that. But back in the day, and I grew up with listening to Mother's Finest and um Shaka Khan with Rufus, and um I'm trying to name some of the bands that I was listening to. Um, what's the band that did Strawberry Letter 23? Brothers Johnson.
Johnson.
Um, the Ohio Players. Midnight Star. You know, I listened to so many bands when I was growing up, but my favorite ones was um Rufus with Shaka Khan and Mother's Finest. And that stuff is embedded in me. So, but even for music, I think we should do what we want because music is music. When you're trying to go pop, to me, that's a whole different, it used to be. That was a whole different thing going pop, doing stuff like, Toto would do back in the day. Even Toto sound R&B. Um, but to do maybe something like a Journey, and Queen, because I was a huge Queen fan. Um, but just for us to do like tap into like something like Journey would do or Queen would do or whatever, we wouldn't have been accepted. You know what I mean? Um, but I feel that the type of music that people shy away from, because I'm really good friends with Corey Glover from Living Color, and we work together a lot. And I know when I met Corey in Europe, I remember watching them on stage, and I was like, yo, he's a beast. And this, them doing rock, this black rock group, and they killing it. And, you know, I was blown away by them. And then I copied Corey and I shaved my hair off on the sides and I had my braids in the middle. And, you know, never knew that we were gonna end up working together. That the Family Stand was gonna produce his record. And when he got a solo deal, he was signed to LaFace. And all of us did a project together. We was doing shows together. We did a lot of shows together. He was called, then his name was Reverend Daddy Love, when he had gotten signed to LaFace. But you know, he's back to doing what they were doing. Living Color was um touring and doing their stuff again, but now he has another band. But I love the fact that Corey sticks to who he is. He did that, Reverend Daddy Love stuff for 2 seconds, even though it wasn't R&B. It was still rockish, but it was toned down. He went back to what he knows. And I don't think we should be, put in no categories. When Stevie Wonder did an album, he did what he wanted to do. He did what sounded good and felt good to him. You know, um, I think we got to do music that feels good to us. I The EP is gonna be called Jackie's Closet, and it, it's about the closet of my life. And y'all know I got Jackie's Closet live,
Yeah, you're Friday
and
night, yeah.
it's always, you know, I haven't done any in a while, but I'm gonna start back, start doing them again, having people on, talking about. But the closet, Jackie's Closet Live was all about the closet of your life and what we go through. So the EP that I'm coming with, it's just the closet of my life. Riches of the World. We're gonna put the remix of Riches of the World on there because um Riches of the World was something that I went through. You got like that thing in your ear, the devil talking to you, and he's like, do this over here, and you can get this money, you know, or work yourself until you can't see. As long as you have this money to live, you can do whatever you want to do. You have that. So when I wrote Riches of the World, I was telling you before, Namdi, I was homeless when I, you know, um, wrote Riches of the World. Me and Reese, but I was in Jersey and I hit Reese and I was like, I got a beat and I got this thing in my head and I want to do this song. So I'm gonna send you, I always send him little things and I'm singing. He calls me, he's like, what is that, Jack? Like, you ridiculous. And I'll be playing the beat. And I was like, just do the beat. I'm telling you, this is gonna be hot. He was like, that don't even sound right. But, you know, he was never a fan of Riches of the World. Never. He hates that song. But I love that song because I know that that's not something that he normally does. So I'm like, but you killed it because that's something you don't normally do, but you killed that track. So I just think that anything that we come with is going to be a part of Jackie's Closet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect everything. I'm going to put, what do you call it? Interludes in, and some of them I'm going to talk and it'll go into the next record. Like, you know, no more is like, okay, I'm done. You cheated. We finish. You know. Um, then I have slow down. Slow down. When I was talking about slow down, I was saying, we move too fast. And really, when I was writing slow down, I was thinking about how we do move too fast. I moved too fast. I wasn't thinking about what I was doing before, and I did not have sex before I got married. And that was the first time ever in my whole entire life. I, I, didn't, I was like, no, I didn't know. And my husband was the one that wanted to not have sex. He wanted to wait. And that was the best thing that happened out of my marriage. No lie. The best thing that came out of my marriage was the fact that he wanted to wait. And I did it and I got through it. And I was like, whoo, thank you. Thank you, Father. I was praying. I was like, I got through it. Because I didn't marry for lust. You know what I mean? It wasn't lust of the flesh. And it wasn't, how women and even men, I gotta make sure it's right before I marry her. Because if it ain't good, then we can't get married. Or the chick saying, I gotta make sure he got it going on else. No, it was none of that. So I did learn a lot from that. Discipline, how to not follow the lust of your flesh and XYZ. But my marriage still didn't work. And by the way, that is my daughter, and that's playing keyboards, but she's faking, even though her daddy is a beast on the piano. And he was Angie Stone's musical director at 15 years old. He was a child prodigy and he's bad. I mean, he's a beast. But our marriage just didn't work. But now, it's not about me bashing him. It was about my pain. And that's what, you know, the EP, not the album. I'm gonna do an album next, and it's gonna be it's my Billy Scott project. I think I was telling y'all about it before. I wanted to do it. It's in my head. I've been wanting to do this for like 24 years. Have a band and name it Billy Scott, and it'll be Billy Scott featuring Jacci McGhee. And I'm gonna do it now. So after I do this EP, I'm gonna go into working on the Billy Scott project, and I'm just gonna go where people gonna accept me and accept my music. I'm tired of trying to fit in the R&B. I'm like, I try not to cuss, right, y'all? I try, but sometimes I just want to say, well, F it. If y'all don't wanna rock with me on this side, and I'm not singing "Make It Last Forever" for the rest of my damn life. Like, no, I don't want to just have a show where I'm just singing "Make It Last Forever." And they're like, yeah, that's awesome. I don't want to sing that all the time. I want to have a show. I want to have. So anyway, go ahead, Namdi. I know you got something.
No, no. Well, I think it's interesting that as music consumers, unfortunately we don't see the value, as much as it used to be. So you come out with an EP, an album, and we're rushing to buy it. So I see that you're putting a lot of work, a lot of energy, and lots of effort, and even money into making a real nice album or EP, and and the payoff doesn't seem to weigh up to all the energy and effort you're putting in, unless you are using it as
It's
a
true.
vehicle to do shows. So, um, and on or finally, unless it's the labor of love, like Mr. Dalvin does that. He just does his videos, his singles, his albums, and it's like, yeah, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I just have all this in me. I just need to get it out there, and I'm not doing it because of it, and I need the money. And
Mhm.
that's so I just wonder for yourself then, is this like, I've just got this in me, my gifting, my all this in me, and I just want to put stuff out, and if it's received, great. If it's not received, too bad, but at least it's out there.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I want to give up, but I was out of the industry for so long. And once I started, back in 2018, and then I got that whole thing with my esophagus and lost my voice and everything. I did get discouraged, and I was like, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing it again. But then, in 2022, when we put out Riches of the World, I was like, I have to keep going, and it's not easy. A lot of people know. I think Ira's on here, and J. Anthony. They're also singers, and they have to pay for their stuff themselves. And they singers that haven't even been out yet, and it costs to do this. The beauty of, for me, and it's such a blessing. Um, Reese and I've been working together for so long, and he has a studio, so I don't have to pay Reese. It's like I don't have to have this money. Like, let me pay Reese because I'm not going to be able to do it. Which back in the day, yes, Reese did get 30,000 a track, to work with me and whatever. But we don't do that anymore because we brother and sister. Like, that's this family now.
Mhm.
But so that's a blessing. And the other blessing is, um even here where I'm living at now in Delaware, um uh, Herb Middleton introduced me to Chris Bruce, and Chris is such an amazing person, and he has his own, production um, company, the studio that I'm practicing, that I'm rehearsing, and I'm posting my little videos and stuff. You know, that's all of his space, and he shot my video for me as my birthday gift, and all I said was, Chris, I need to do a video. Can we do a video? And I'm thinking, he's gonna be like, okay, he grabbed one of the guys and we'll shoot just some little random little video and we'll get it, just have a little video. But he put a lot of love into it, and the cameras that they used, oh my gosh, was just beautiful. And the lenses and stuff. So then you see the clarity in the video is just beautiful.
Mhm.
Um and it was we filmed in the back of his house, in the woods. Because I told him, I said, I want to shoot in the woods. And he was like, okay, we'll do it on, on my land in the back of my house. I was like, okay, bet. And I was, and he was about to start a movie. So they're working on a movie. And he got this done right before they started working on the movie. And then he had his editor um edit the video, and it was just done right, like a week. It was done.
Yeah.
We 5 days really. We shot it on a Sunday, and it was ready on the Friday. So it was like a week. My so that's the other thing, like I said, that's the blessing of it. You know, my other videos, yeah, I paid for. And I didn't pay a lot for Riches of the World. My son, he did that.
Mhm.
Um I didn't have to pay a lot. He got favors from his friends. Um and his friend had a red camera because the red, whatever you call it, dragon, whatever, and we were able to use it because his family owns a film company.
Yeah.
And so it's the and using my son too, like he shot stuff for me for free. And then my last video, slow down, he was like, Ma, I can't shoot it. And I was like, what do you mean? So I had to come up with the money to shoot the video. for Slow Down. You know, we had to get um, a video director. So my son, he produced it because he was like, I can't do it, and his boys weren't. They were working on movies, so they couldn't do it. So it is, it's hard because we have nothing. We don't have any money behind us like we used to, and you miss that. Like I don't have a team. I don't have a marketing team nowhere. I be calling people up for favors. So my friend Jay Ross, um, you know, he jumped on helping me back when we did interview. He told me you got to come back out and you got to do this. So he's been helping me ever since. Like he was like, Jack, I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna just keep pushing you. You can't stop. You can't quit because you're too dope to quit. But I don't have a lot of people I can call and ask for help because our industry is just not like that. Like people talk a good game and they don't do shit, nothing. And even I said it before. It's sad that when we put out music, we don't support each other. You know, I have the ones that follow me, you know, that I became cool with. They put my stuff in their, in their
The stories and so.
in their stories all the time. And it's the same thing with you, Namdi, and you, Stevie. Um, Anytime I have something coming out, y'all are always supportive, always, always. So it's just about the relationships that we are creating, because we don't. And sometimes I do. I cried this morning. I was crying because stuff wasn't going right, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. I'm not doing it. And Jay was like, "What are you crying for? What?" Are you and I was like, "Boo-hooing," because it's hard. It's hard. I was with MC Universal. They do everything for you. They take your money on top of that, but they still, you get spoiled by them doing everything for you, and then you don't have radio. You know, if you don't have money to pay radio, you're not getting no radio airplay. It's just
Wow.
simple as that
I
now.
think you're basically summing up every upcoming and even independent artist struggles at the moment. They're all everything you're talking about there is what all these artists are struggling to do. You've got the freedom of the internet to get yourself out there, but you haven't got the label to finance it.
Right.
It's what do you do? Do you go independent and do it all yourself and really struggle and it really be a struggle, or do you take that bank loan from the label? And while you're spending all that money, they're writing it all down, going right, and they'll take it back off you. So one thing I want to go back to though, and you're talking about the direction of your EP and you want to do what you feel like you want to do. I think really the most important thing, what people remember the most, is whatever musical direction you want to take. It's the song. People remember the song the most. And how they can relate to that song. You could, after tonight, you could wake up in the morning, you could have a dream, and a new song title or song idea will just hit you like that, and that will take that that musical direction in its own natural format. Anyway,
Right.
I think the song is the most important thing. I don't expect you to get your MC Hammer pants out now and do music. I wouldn't expect you to get your gold pants out, Jackie, and start doing the running man.
Right.
But I know what we're going to get with you is a good vocal and a song. A song that we can relate to and sing along to. I think that's what what that is your talent really. Going off what we've heard in the past. Obviously we talk. We're going about make it last forever, but that crowd, that R&B soul crowd, they just want to hear they do just want to hear the same 30 songs over and over again. They
Over
just
and
want to
over.
go to a nightclub. They want to do the cameo candy dance.
Yes.
Now that's the way it is for old school R&B at the moment. You might go out twice a year to an old school event, do the candy dance, do the little ballad dance, make it last forever at the end, and you go home very happy. But
Right.
I think in terms of your EP, the songs, let the songs dictate the way your music is going to go. I think, what I would say is that I think you have used. You talk about your unreleased album, your second unreleased album. I think you've already used one of the songs from that already. Is there anything on that unreleased album, song-wise, that I don't know that you could go back to? That you could
Well,
work,
I used what do we use? It's always me and Reese that we pull stuff out of the archives and try to fix it back up. Um If This World Were Mine and Time and Time.
Mhm.
That was two that, we were like, we're not letting these go. We
Mhm.
got to do something with this and put this out because, you know, R&B music, regardless of what it's and time, last year it did pretty good last summer. It went to number 2 on the Amazon UK chart. And I just think that people love good music. And good music is timeless, you know. And I feel like if those songs had airplay, they would have did well. A lot of people ask me about If This Were Mine. They're like, you gotta perform that song. And they like music, good music, and music that, kind of put you in that place, feel good music. So, um, nah, we don't have nothing else we
Do you
can
know what I'd
pull
say
out.
if I was say I was a fantasy A&R on this new EP of yours, and I'd say, yeah, Jackie, do the 3 or 4 songs you really want to do. But I would say to you, look, people want to feel good at the moment. Like you say,
Mhm.
there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, a lot of anxiety. We don't know what's going to happen. We're struggling to make ends meet, get through the high inflation, and all that's going on. But what we want to do is we want to feel good. I'd
Yeah.
say, I go back to your first album, a track like Good Old Fashioned Love. You listen
Hmm.
to that, you can dance to
Hmm.
it, you get your bop on, makes you feel good. I would say to you, just give us one track, give us a song that makes us feel good, Jackie.
A feel good song.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
one song for us.
No, I will. No, I will.
Get all your relationship drama out the way on the other tracks.
Right.
Just
No,
give us
it's
that one.
done. That's no more. That's no more. That was it. That's no more. That was one, and that was enough. That was enough pain for me. I was like, okay, that's done. But yeah, I do. You're right, Stevie. I do want to do a feel good joint, and that's what Reese talks about too. He's like, yo, we got to do, we got to do those feel good joints. And you have a great point that you just made. We're living in really really uncertain times, so we need feel good music. So thank you, Stevie, because I'm about to go create a joint now, or two, because you said you must give us some feel good music because and I'll talk about, you know, um, I'll do one that's more, saying something that, make us feel good. And then I'll do the other one talking about, you know,
Well,
the
like I said, I think the feel good.
uncertainty.
I'm not saying you should do New Jack Swing, but I think the feel good track will be
Yeah,
the one that speaks to the black community. I think that'll be the
yeah,
one that I think, if you want to do your rock, your AOR with the other tracks, fair enough. But just give them that comfort food, Jackie. You
yeah,
understand what I'm talking about. That mac and cheese
yeah.
over
That
there.
mac and cheese.
Yeah, just give them that one track, the mac and.
Yeah. I
Ah,
mean,
Stevie, no, he said give him that mac and cheese.
yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
man.
I was recently listened to R. Kelly's "Happy People." You Saved Me, the double CD. So he went, when he got acquitted from the first time they took him down. So I think he came out with this "Happy People, You Saved Me," this sort of a uplifting sort of vibe. And I'm like, man, this actually is a really good album. It wasn't. It was, he had Happy People. He had Dancing in the Name. He had all these really good. And I'm like, so this guy who did the Pump and Grind and Ignition, he could actually do an inspirational album. Well, he did, I believe, I Can
Yes,
Fly in Gotham City, but he just put it all in this album, almost like, man, thanks for taking care of me. And then once he's been cleared,
right.
and it was a successful album. Then the label says, okay, man, we need some of that pump and grind back. We need to make some more. And he
Right.
and but you when I posted it recently, I said, "Who remembers this album?" And everybody says, "Actually, it was a good album." And as Stevie was saying, there are times when we just want something that's just good,
Feel good.
inspirational. Something that we can really
Yeah.
enjoy and find solace in. I know the challenge is unlike before, where MCA, BMG, Universal would pretty much say, okay, yep, we think this is going to make us a lot of money, so pay off the radio station, pay off MTV, well, not pay off, maybe just do loads of advertising,
Hmm.
and it just gets the song out there, and people actually listen. But it's a hard adventure now. But as Stevie says, if it's a good song, it will find its way around.
I mean, you've got to think of, like, you look at the younger generation of R&B artists that are making music now, but say between 18 and say up to 30. I'm like, don't you want to feel good? Because don't you want to do any tracks that make you feel good when you listen to it? It's like they just don't know how to do it. You
Well,
know,
they
and I
don't. They
don't
don't
know
have it in them, Stevie.
sorry.
They don't have that. They don't have that in them, though. This is a different kind of generation. They don't know how to feel good because if you smoking weed, right, and this weed is laced with stuff like it's grown all wrong, it's GMO weed, whatever, and that's what you depend on to have your feeling, get your feeling through. And then on top of it, the music is just not. The music is saying stuff that's just. It's like it's not feel good music at all. It's she's a bitch and she better come over here and do what the hell I said to do in this record. You know what I mean? There's nothing feel good. They don't know how to feel good anymore. They don't know where to pull that from. And then that's the other thing about me doing a feel good record. It ain't gonna go nowhere. It might if it's a step in the name of love type of joint, a little barbecue song. I mean, I don't do barbecue songs. I never have. Not saying that I can't do one, but it's hard to do, feel good records now. But I will tell you what do. I would do a song because I love ballads. I would do. I would write stuff in like thinking back to how Donny Hathaway wrote, you know, beautiful songs, especially for the times, back then that we were going through. Um, and the songs were beautiful. And even Donny Hathaway, the stuff that Donny Hathaway was doing with Roberta Flack, you know, Mtume and who was it? Reggie Lucas and Mtume did a lot of stuff on them. And then I remade The Closer I Get to You. Like these are songs that are classic, beautiful, you know, feel good songs that, even Where is the Love, The Closer I Get to You, all of these and Donny Hathaway, A Song for You, and just these beautiful songs. It's like, do who we got to listen to them now? Because people, I don't know what they want to hear. It's like, what do you want to hear? What do you? It's at this point, it's almost like when you're an artist, you got to just come out and be butt naked and say, "Well, F it, I'll be just butt naked, and you just tell me what to put back on." Tell me how you want me to, what you want me to do. What you want me to do?
Yeah. I think if we just go back slightly, so you just celebrated your 58th birthday. Um,
Yeah.
how are you feeling, and how does that shape the type of music that you're thinking about doing in 2024, 25?
I mean, for me, because I'm grown and I'm damn near 60. And as much as Janet and them don't want to talk about it, they got to 58 before I did. So, um, because and Teddy's birthday is October 8th, so he's right before me, and we both 58. Um, I think you're only as old as you feel, and if you think that you're old, and toe up, that's how you gonna rock. So with me, for my music, I just don't want to do some stuff that's gonna be, you know, I don't want to do anything that sound um dated at all. Like that, then y'all know that's not me because I just go left. I'd rather go left than to do something that sound dated. And I have to say, even speak up for myself when it comes to that. A lot of these older R&B acts, who a lot of them I know well, and I love them. The one that I can say that will still do different type of records and stuff is Mickey Howard, because Mickey will go and she will do her jazz side of her. She does jazz. She does country. She'll do whatever, and Mickey, she can pull it off, and it's dope. She's not scared, and that's my girl. That's my sister all day. We talk all the time, and she encourages me. Um, but when I start looking at the other singers like the Melissa Morgan and Allison Williams and all of them, they'll do their shows, and Sherelle and all of them. I'm like, y'all can do show, and I love Sherelle too. That's my girl. Y'all can do shows, but where's the new music? Don't be scared to put music out. I was talking to Sharon Bryant from Atlantic Star. The first, she's the one that sung Circles and Touch of Four Leaf Clover and all of that. And that's my big sister. And I've been knowing Sharon for a long time, since I was a young girl. And I want Sharon to come back out. I'm like, you gotta come back out with a record, Sharon. You so dope. There's so many people that love you. And I just don't understand why our people get scared of what. You can't limit me. I'm coming out and I don't give a damn if you don't buy it or not. It can't limit me to, oh, you can just make it last forever. You can just do, whatever stuff, the Salt-N-Pepa stuff, type of stuff. And actually have to give Salt Cheryl a shout out, because she posted my single today in her story, and she said, support the queen. I was like, yes, Cheryl. But we were also talking in the DM, in my DM. So, and that's a step, and I know that's a blessing right there, because we had our differences, but I don't hold grudges, and I'm all about forgiveness. So, like I said, I don't think we should stay stuck. I love that MC Light put out a new record. I'm like, yes, Light, that's what I'm talking about. Don't let nobody limit you and say, oh no, you know what, y'all can't do nothing except what y'all had out in the 90s, or what y'all had out in the the late 80s and in the early 2000s or whatever. No, that's not right. That we can't, you know, and like you said, Stevie, when people go out, the old school, and I hate saying that, y'all know I hate saying old school, but the ones that are stuck, they like to go out and hear what they like. And I do too. Don't get me wrong, because I like my joints. But at the same time, I still want to hear something new. I want to hear something new. I want to hear something different. I want to hear um Allison Williams do a jazz album, because she's a dope singer, like jazz. She's a beast with jazz. I want to hear, you know, maybe somebody like a Dark Child produce something on a Melissa Morgan, because she has the voice for it. Um, I would love to hear, me work with Pharrell. We do it's a crazy record. So that's what I'm just saying. It's like, we get stuck and get scared. And I'm like, I'm not gonna let nobody limit me, regardless of whatever it is that they think. It's just that I was never able to come out with the records that I was, really doing. I wasn't, my career got shut down, and a lot of it got shut down because I wasn't going along with stupid. I wasn't going along with the shenanigans. I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
So
I mean, right now, I think the EP itself, do you have a date in which you want that to drop? So the new single, No More, dropped today or maybe midnight. So search for it on YouTube and iTunes or wherever, Apple Music, wherever you get your stuff. It's great to be able to see the video as well. But the timing for your video for EP. when are you thinking? Would it this be after Christmas? Are you looking
No, first week in
Valentine's,
January.
Easter?
First week in January.
Oh wow!
Easter. I just said Easter. You done pulled
First
that
week,
out the hat, man.
in,
You get
first week in
you getting
January, dropping the
sleepy.
whole.
I know it's late over there. You getting sleepy.
No, I'm saying first week in January. Thinking about dropping the whole EP. That's.
Yeah. The first week in January.
Don't
So,
put it out then.
It
Don't
seems
put it
too
out then.
busy.
Please don't. It'll get
is
lost, Jack.
it too busy? Then
Yeah.
Forget it. Forget just before Christmas and just after. The whole industry goes on a break. Everyone's celebrating New Year. They ain't bothered. They ain't looking for new music. It's the worst time to put it out. Leave it till at least the end of January, please,
you
please.
think so?
Oh,
Yeah.
You
please,
know what?
I'm begging you. I'm
Okay,
begging you.
I'll
Do
do
one
it. I'll
release in
wait.
the first week of January.
I'll
Don't.
wait. I'll wait. I'll
Also,
wait.
a big shout to a guy who works behind the scenes for you, does a lot of radio plugging, J Ross the Boss.
Yes.
A
Jay
great
Ward.
job
You know,
for
I was talking
independent
about
artists.
Jay. I told you I was crying this morning, and he was like, "Stop crying. What? Get it together."
He's,
You know,
he's
Jay.
an unsung hero of the independent soul music scene,
He,
doesn't he? You know, should get his props. He's doing a lot of
he, he,
work, pushing,
he,
trying to get the music out there.
he does.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about when I was saying Jay. When I was talking and saying that he was the one pushing me. When
Yeah.
he did an interview with me, you know, a couple of years ago, and Jay's been pushing me ever since. And he is very supportive of his sister, his big sister. He always supports me. But that's what I was talking about when I said, you know, I was saying that he supports me. He's been pushing me, and he won't let me give up. And on top of it, you know, even this morning, I'm crying. And I'm like, the record didn't, because it didn't drop like it was supposed to. What happened with this kid? He was like, stop crying.
Do you know
Well,
what?
Jay's the one that connected.
The two best times of the year, I think, to release new music is April, because there's all the record store, independent record store days. People are looking for new music then. April's a great month. It's spring, and then October again. October is a busy month for new music because you're getting it out before Christmas. It could be a Christmas gift for somebody. But please, I want to forget January for an EP. Get to the end of January at least, Jackie.
Okay.
Honestly, if you put it out over Christmas or just after, it just gets lost.
No.
Really
Christmas. Well, Christmas time. Period. You're gonna get lost with the Christmas
unless
time.
you put a Christmas record out. Unless you put.
Well, you know what I find though, Stevie, and I know I'm gonna let y'all go because it's late over there. And you know I appreciate y'all always just helping your sister over here out all the time because that's
There's
what
a
we
few
do.
more questions I want to ask you yet before Namdi falls asleep, but carry on.
I know because it'll be Namdi that's nodding.
Yeah.
We blaming it on you, Namdi. Well, what happened? What were you saying, Stevie? You want to ask me something?
If Christmas, just put, it's only for Christmas records, isn't it, really? For Christmas time.
Yeah, no. Christmas time is definitely not, no. I just didn't want, I love the fact that, putting singles out just whenever. But the thing I was going to say is because we are independent, we're not on a schedule, you know what I mean? With all the other records. And because half of us don't even have the money to push this shit through radio, I feel like we're not really fighting against anybody. It's like, who we fighting against? Because we're not in their, we're not on their level. We're kind of like the misfit now. We're like the misfit. We're like what's that movie? The X-Men. We like those people that we're superheroes, but we don't fit in that other life. So, but I'll listen to you, Stevie. I'll wait till the end of January.
Just think of this, right? You imagine the people who would plug your record over Christmas and New Year, they all take a break. It's like they do the top 50 of the year. They play them. They do them shows. Then they have a break for 2 or 3 weeks. So if you like drop a new song in like the first week of January, everyone's on a break. They just getting back.
Yeah, they just getting back. Yeah.
Oh, here's the other thing. Going back to your MTA days. we recently did an interview with Crystal Johnson. I don't know if you
Oh,
remember her.
Crystal. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my girl.
and we was talking about her career, and we was talking about a guy called, and he was recording an album around the same time you was making your first album. A guy called Nesto Velasquez.
Oh, Nesto. Yeah.
You know him?
Vaguely, like,
Vaguely.
we crossed paths, but I didn't know him well.
Because I was wondering, did you might have even sung some backing vocals on his album, or I've just trying to put dots because we're trying to find out about this album that never got released. Try to
Yeah.
put pieces together about it. That's what was asking Crystal about anyway. So
No,
you just
I don't.
passed with him.
I don't know. I didn't sing on anything because most of the time I was gone. So they couldn't get me to do much for anybody. I sung, on people's stuff that I wanted to. But I can find out some stuff because one of my friends from the label, she was there. She was the one that did all the the payouts to the producers and everything. She managed, all of that stuff for our projects, all of us, all the big acts, and she's still there. And I'll give Alicia a call and ask her, does she know anything, because she knows everything, so I can ask her. And I did get in touch with Free, so we'll talk about that. I'll send you a message in on your IG thing, so you can talk to Free from In Touch. He actually posted my thing today too. He posted my new single too. That's my boo.
You know,
But
in the video, you do was that you dressing up like the homeless person in Express Yourself? Was that, or was it just a coincidence? 'Cause the hat and the brown
yeah, and
no more
did I
video.
have one?
So no,
Oh,
your
my
video
hat.
no more. Yeah, you had the brown hat and the jacket, the coat. So I thought it
That it
was
was.
a play on and Express Yourself. It's
Well, you know what? The thing with expressions, no, I wasn't even thinking about that. I've been wearing hats. I told you, Namdi, I've been wearing hats, and especially top hats. I was wearing them back then. So I still wear them. I don't stop wearing my stuff because, and yeah, I do. I get a lot of, Erica Badu. You look like Erica Badu. And are you Erica? Are you? And I'm like, no, me and Erica look nothing alike. But people swear we do. Um, but I was like, no, I like my hat, so I always, just put my hats on. It's just a thing. It's just throw a hat on. But you scared me, Namdi. I thought you was trying to tell me that I look homeless in the damn video. So
no,
I was
no,
like,
no.
oh man, I look
I was gonna
nuts.
say, yeah, Namdi, I thought, damn, Namdi, digging a big hole for yourself here.
It's because when you had you had the shout outs from Salt-N-Pepa, and I thought there was the connection where she saw the video, like, oh yeah, look at that, you kind of the connection of Express Yourself. But that was actually because I thought you guys weren't talking, after that whole, the the whole credit stuff from Expressions. But
Mm.
but you let bygones be bygones, and between the two of you, I mean, because the first time we spoke, when we went through that, there was that.
Yeah,
But you're in a spot where you know that it's in the past, nothing there. So and you all love us right now.
yeah. I mean, I I'm just like you gotta let it go. I don't make any money from the record, not a dime, but it's okay because whatever the Most High have for me, He has for me, and it's
Mm.
and it keeps you humble, it keeps you going. Sometimes I get to where I feel left out. Sometimes especially with all the stuff that I've done on the Make It Last Forever album and um the blood, sweat, and tears for all of that stuff that I went through. Um, and I feel like, yeah, I cry too about. Sometimes I feel like when people ask me, well, you know, are you Erica? I like your style. They say I love your style. You remind me of Erica. Well, I get sad about that too because I'm like, shit, I was wearing these hats first. I'm older than they are, and I do because I feel like sometimes I'm like, I feel like, am I trying to fit in myself? You know, I'm like, I'm being myself. This is me.
Mhm.
Like whatever crazy hat I feel like putting on. You can see I have one on today, but I'm just like, I feel sometimes, I feel left out. I don't feel like the industry really, welcomes me back in. But then people want to say, "Oh, you're a legend. You're a legend." I'm like, I don't want to be called no damn legend. Buy a effing record. Can you do that? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
can y'all buy a record? I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, DJ Sochat, how you doing? Do you know that you had the track you did with Father that had the Houdini sample? What became of
Uh
that
huh.
track? Were you going to, were you still getting people to either do a remake of it that removes the sample, or what was the end result with that?
Reese won't touch it. Reese said, "Nope, I'm not doing it." He was like, "I'm not doing nothing. I'm not messing with that song and put my name on it. Nope, they're not coming after me." So Reese won't touch it. And no, it fell to the wayside because um to get it cleared, I would have to pay probably about 5 grand, and I don't have 5 grand. I do Uber Eats, just to get some extra coins. I'm like, I homeschool my daughter. We learning how to sew on the sewing machine right now, so I can start my clothing company back up to do stuff. It's like sometimes, yeah, I want to quit because I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. I don't make the money that I used to make, and I made a lot of money. And sometimes when I you know get in the car and I'm doing Uber, and I love my people that got to do Uber Eats and do Uber and do whatever, because that's our hustle. It's whatever we got to do. And a lot of people have 2 and 3 jobs, which is bad because they don't get no sleep. But like Stevie said, the world and the things that we going through in the world. But um, yes, that I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like, how do we fit in? Do we fit in this anymore? Should we do it? So I'm like, F it. Let me just. I'm gonna sing right here at the Little Delaware. That 3 people probably know me. The R&B people will know me as soon as you say my name. And say "Make It Last Forever." Oh, everybody know you. But who the hell? I'm like, don't wait till I die. And then you're like, we loved her. Fuck out of here. Don't. Sorry. Excuse my mouth, y'all. Don't. The hell no. I promise you, I'll come back and fight everybody. I don't want nobody talking about no, no, thank you. Wait till I die. And they be like, we loved her. Oh my gosh, she was the best. I'm telling you, if y'all, because y'all are younger than me. When I go and I'm older, y'all don't let nobody come to my thing talking no shit. Try to act like they no, no.
Yeah, I may actually see if Sochal can actually try and do a remake that removes the Houdini sample from the track. Yeah,
We
because
did
he's
say that before, didn't we? We were talking
yeah,
about somebody doing
yeah,
that.
yeah. So DJ Sochal is here. So I mean, I'll just pass it to him and see what he thinks that he can do with it as well. But yeah,
Okay.
it is. I think that's the thing is that's why artists seem to embrace the UK, because we've got a. If we think about this, it's a smaller place, so like either London or Manchester, Birmingham. You've got the clubs, and you got lots of people that come out to watch you sing and appreciate the music, because we don't have it all the time. I think the challenge is in the States when you've got so many artists, so much to choose from, and then they're doing these big shows. Um, I guess yes, you probably don't always appreciate what you have, well, because it's out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't see Mickey doing like Mickey Howard. She was, when she came out with her last album or EP, she was doing some shows. She's not doing as much as she used to, and so, but it seems like a lot of work just to be out there and go on the road to promote these songs and stuff. It must be a tough thing. As I said, it's if you don't have a back catalog, to carry you. It must be a lot of work.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mickey works a lot here. She just does a lot. She'll do the stuff that she's not on the show with 20,000 people. That's those shows you don't get paid. It'll be 100 people on one show. You get $2, and then you go home and you think you felt good. I don't feel good at 58 doing that. And Mickey's older than me, so she does stuff like the wineries, the city wineries. She does the Blue Note in New York. She does um Blues Alley. She does places like those, and she don't have to worry about being on the show with 20 people. She get her coin, and I love that she works that way. You know what I mean? She works smart. She works with what works for her. Um, I would love to just, even if I can, put my stuff back together and I'm just working overseas. I would love to do that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the United States kicks rock as far as I'm concerned. No, I'm serious. When it comes to music, if I don't want to be pigeonholed and put me in old, you know what I mean? I can't be who I am, and y'all would want me to come on the show with 29 other artists and we all singing our back in the day records. That's corny. No, don't nobody want to do that. So it's like you want to go where people appreciate you and love you. That's why I said I don't mind doing it here in Delaware, because Delaware doesn't have a lot of anything going on. It's very quiet. Um, and I think that the Most High put me here for a reason. And we're about to turn it up in this little town.
Is
We
there
gonna
any in the
Mhm.
town? Is there any like local like bar lounge that has like a music stand where artists can perform?
Yeah, it is. And it's they have a lot of places because I live on the main street, and they have a lot of little places here on this main street where they have places that you can perform. Um, and
Could you
they
do like
also have,
an EP launch party in one of them, maybe?
yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do it with Chris. Once Chris finishes the movie, they have a couple of more days with the movie. Um, we're gonna start talking about. We're gonna put together a thing where, because I'm gonna do I want to do a YouTube live where we stream live and with me playing with the band and stuff, and we can do it, you know, 1, 2, 3, put it together, and we can do it like right here. So we do have places we can, do that. We have the studio. I can do it inside the studio and have people come, or we can do it outside of the studio and have people come. But the guys, like I said, the guys from the band, they from I adopted to be in my band. They play in bands here and are really good. So that's my thing now. I'm like, let's just tear Delaware up, and then we'll leave Delaware and go to DC and Baltimore and New York. I mean, I have spots in New York that we can play at anyway, SOBs and all that stuff. I was always doing that stuff. We did that with the Family Stand, we did all the little places. So, and with Corey Glover, Corey did them with us. He sung background with us, and I sung background on his stuff. And here he is, like Corey Glover from Living Color. You know what I'm saying? A big group that got Grammys or whatever. And I just think it's just about how much you love music, and you crawl before you walk. You know,
Mm. Who
just
wrote it? It hurts me.
um, Keith Sweat, and I'm thinking, who did
Oh,
it hurts?
so it wasn't
Bobby,
you. You
no, I didn't write It Hurts Me. Keith Sweat and uh Bobby Wooten. I think it was Bobby Wooten. Hmm.
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I think it's easy to say, okay, let me go and re-record some of my big, some of those hits, and even your own version of "Make It Last Forever." But it is paying somebody else, so you do want to say, let me try and promote and not be caught in a time loop and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's actually it's a guy getting ready to come out. Young dude. His name is Sweater. He's managed by Kawan Prantha, and Kawan was the one at LaFace that signed Usher, the Goody Mob, all of them. And then he left there and he was head of black music at Sony. And he has this kid, Sweater, and Ninth Wonder. Y'all know who Ninth Wonder is? Um Ninth Wonder produced the track. And KP called me a couple of weeks ago and he was like, Jack, I want you to hear this. I want you to tell me what you think, and I need your permissions. I was like, okay. He played the track and they used Make It Last Forever, but they flipped it. The track is bananas. The song is bananas. I love it. And it's coming out next Friday. And I
Wow.
think it's called um I think it's called Sweater Weather. I'm not sure. But it's I know it's ready to go. And you know, Ninth Wonder posted it. Like they all posted it and it got a lot of views, a lot of people,
Did
a
they
lot of
sample your vocals, or was it just
yes,
the?
yes. And it's the part of me and Keith actually, it's the bridge of Make It Last Forever. It's the kissing again. It's that part.
Wow.
It's so beautiful. And I met Sweater when we were all on the phone on the phone while they were, wanting me to hear the record. And this is before, KP even called Keith to get his approval. Um, he called me first because that's my boy. And he was the one that signed Corey Glover to LaFace. So that's how I met KP. And that's my dude. And he's actually in Pharrell's movie as one of the Legos. He's talking a lot. He's talking about a lot of the stuff, a lot of
Okay.
the stuff that happened with him and everything. I love that movie.
Did you see it,
Um,
Stevie?
Which movie? Sorry,
Piece by piece.
not yet.
Okay.
you, you got to see it. It's good. I was like, I don't want to go see no daggone Lego movie. It was really good. It was really good because you get to see, they have Timberland and Missy talking. They playing their Legos, but they talking. Um, it's Snoop, Jay Z,
Close to home, Teddy, Tammy Lucas,
Teddy,
Tammy
Tammy
Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah.
And I was texting Tammy in the movie theater. And I was like, they put you in a damn movie. Yes. It was so funny. And because Madison was like, Mommy, you know everybody that's playing in the damn movie. She didn't say damn. I was saying damn, but she's like, Mom, you know everybody that's in the movie. And I love the fact that he he um he gave Tammy her shine. And
Mm.
actually, me and Tammy was supposed to hook up a couple of days ago. So I'm going to New York next week, and me and Tammy gonna hang out. Um, but yeah, she's actually, getting some phone calls again, and
You know,
I'm
and I
I'm
and
so
I and
happy
I
for
have
my
to. I
daughter.
probably have to say that I wonder, because it felt like, she had just disappeared, and it was, he could have easily omitted her from there, because Mike Ettridge wasn't even in the movie, and they all, they're all in the same school, they all went together and stuff like that. So um, I, I'm glad that he did remember Tammy, and the role she played in his career,
Yeah, me
because she
too.
was the one that said, Teddy, hey, these are the guys, signed them.
Yep.
And the fact that they allowed her have her space, and everyone so that was definitely a good thing, because yeah, Teddy got his shine, because and stuff, but that definitely was something big for Tammy.
Yeah,
um yes, because
I loved it for her. I was like,
yeah,
oh my god.
that,
Yeah,
that,
and see, that's the stuff that I'm talking about. It only takes one thing, you know, for somebody that's still, relevant to do. And that's why I'm like, okay, Keith, I'm not mad at you. What's going on? I should have been out singing Make It Last Forever again, because then that helps me sell my records, you know what I mean? And people, start to want to see me again. So I don't know, but it could happen from Sweater's song coming out, because here's another song, and now a whole new audience is gonna cater to him because it's y'all gotta hear it. It's dope. It's dope because it's today. It's today's sound, but oh my gosh, the track is bananas. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I love it.
Oh goodness. Well, at least I'm glad we got to play your video at the beginning. Wasn't clear, but at least we got to play it. Just as we said, the new single "No More" is out today. If you hadn't started at the beginning, Jackie was explaining the sort of backstory behind it. Just from an ex-husband and just separating and saying, you know what, I'm done with all this stuff. And it was actually, and then after hearing her say this and listening to the track again, it was actually, it just had a very different vibe. So why don't you guys search on YouTube for the video? If you're into your Apple Music, into Spotify, into I don't even know any Amazon Music, search Jacci McGhee No More, and just give us feedback and think about what your thoughts are. Also, big shout out to Jay Ross. He actually is the one that connected me with you all those
Yes,
years ago.
yes,
So he did
yep.
stay with Nicky Howard, and so Jay is always working. So please check it out. Please support, and watching the videos it helps support. It helps with the numbers and stuff like that,
It does.
or listening to it and stuff. Or download. But I know, as I said, either way, it'd be great just to listen, give it some feedback and stuff like that. And I'll post the link to the video as well once we're done here. But Jackie, yeah, it's
Thank you, thank you.
it's always great having you on. And the fact that you're still making music, the fact that you're out there still singing, is really good. I see that you're on TikTok quite a bit. I don't really.
I hate TikTok. It's so hard because it's hard to fit in. Because you do it too, right, Namdi? But you kind of like not really.
Once every 3 weeks. I mean, if I post on IG, then I was like, oh, maybe I'll just dump it on TikTok and I disappear. So you're there, doing videos, talking, commenting. I'm like, no, I'm in and out.
I'll
We
do
don't
it,
even see
and
Stevie
then I
on
won't
IG
go on for
anymore.
like,
So
yeah. Stevie, what happened?
Just having a break, social media break in general, as much as
Yeah,
that's all. I'll be
I
back.
did that. I did that before for about 5 months, but you've been gone for a while, Stevie.
I know.
That's
yeah.
that's all right. We can do the countdowns. Wait a minute. Before y'all go, what was the countdown we said we wanted to do? What was the one we said? What artist we said? Who did we say
Oh, I
that
can't.
we should do? I can't remember.
Don't worry. Yeah,
I'm trying to think. Now.
yeah. No, we'll
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
remember.
we'll think about it. But yeah, as I said, yes, yeah, we'll think about it and stuff. If Ira's a good singer, maybe you do the duet with Ira, Make It Last Forever, and do your own your 2024, 25 version of it.
Version of it.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
actually, Jay Anthony is once I start doing shows again, he's gonna be my he has his own stuff coming out, his own EP, and it's beautiful. I haven't heard all the songs, but he's gonna be doing Make It Last Forever with me.
Okay.
I already, adopted him to drag him on the road. So,
Yeah, are you guys gonna record a version of
yeah.
it though, or in the studio?
No, I ain't recording Make It Last Forever ever again. No, I can't. Oh gosh, no. You trying to make me have nightmares tonight, Namdi. I think it's time for you to go to bed. He already got himself in trouble. He got himself in trouble already, Stevie, because he was talking about my
Yeah,
clothes.
he did.
He said I was looking like the bomb in the garbage.
I actually thought if you guys please watch the video, and then when you finish watching the video,
Stop
watch
there,
the Salt
Namdi.
and Pepper.
Namdi, just stop there.
Watch the Salt
Just
and
stop there,
Pepper
please.
expression,
Right.
Stop there.
and then see if it didn't seem as if if it didn't seem as if it wasn't yeah, because
He's digging now.
the
He's digging. He's getting the
Yeah,
truck out. He's digging.
it's getting worse. It's getting worse, Namdi.
no, I'm so, oh, goodness, no, it
No,
was, yeah,
I know what you meant.
yeah, you see, just trying to be nice. Anyway, yeah, just so guys, just search it out. In fact, I'm going to put the link in this interview for people, just for people to see the video. It is
Let, let's
definitely
hope. Let's hope we see Jackie before Christmas, Namdi, on the channel.
yes, yes.
What,
Hold on here.
We'll you'll have to see, get you on here just before Christmas, Jackie. We'll try and get you on before Christmas.
Yes,
what y'all got
okay.
going on?
I don't
Yeah.
know yet. We always have
Oh,
a
y'all
little
gonna make up
Christmas
some? I'm
special.
there. Y'all already know. Y'all already know I'm in with y'all. Y'all know how we do.
Yeah, I was going to, let me see here, and so tell me if this video, this
He's
is
still
what I
trying to
saw.
save himself.
That was what I saw, and so I was thinking, I was thinking, something, it's gone straight in there, and I saw this, and I thought. And I saw that, and I thought, oh, okay, I saw that, and I thought, oh, it was she playing? What, I'm just waiting for it to come. And I thought actually it was, yeah, I thought it was, and I'll get people to tell me if they think I'm just
But
acting up or stuff like that.
no,
It's
but you
gonna.
know what, Namdi, for real? Because you can clown with me, so it wouldn't bother me because you've been family, you are family. So, but
Where
I
is it?
get what you're saying now. But you know what? I'm gonna play off of that now. You got a point. It's like the young Jackie that was in the garbage can with the hat
Yeah,
to the
that's what.
grown
So that
Jackie.
yeah, that was it. So that's Jacci McGhee, guys. If you didn't realize,
Wow.
she was in the
Oh, come
expressions.
on, Namdi.
So she
Come
had
on,
the hat and the
please.
coat. So I thought it was like, okay, it was.
Deary me.
So it was. It was. So anyone that's talking about Erica Badu, this came out, what is it, 89 or 90 or what?
No, that was in 90. Uh-huh.
In 1990. So when did you guys see Erica Badu? That was mid 90s. So you can see how many years Jackie has been rocking the hats. So she's not copying no Erica Badu. So you can see that she started this trend way before that. But yeah, as I said, I saw that, and it did. I just connected the two there. So
Oh
that
my
was
God.
that was my stuff there. So I'm gonna stop sharing.
That's funny. But at least you showed me when I was 20 something years old. I must have been 22. I don't even know how old was I. How old was I? But okay, you dug yourself out. Damn,
Yeah,
that was a good one.
yeah, it came to me. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was, yeah. Oh no. So Jackie had an amazing track that she did with Father MC. Unfortunately, it has the Houdini Friends sample, so it was too much of a drama to be able to release it. And the plan we had actually earlier in the year was actually she was going to see how producers hit her up and says, here's the, you had the, is it the stems, is that what they called, or I don't know what they're called, the actual vocals or the
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they called either now. I just know I have the vocals. I have
yeah,
the vocals. I have the Pro Tool track. So,
okay, the
you
Pro Tools
know,
track, and it was
if
like,
you
okay,
yeah, you suggested that we, have a like
a
a
competition,
contest type of thing where
yeah,
people can. So I'm in.
yeah, okay. So we'll get an email address so that anyone that's interested in thinking, okay, let me see what I can do with this track, be able to email Jackie. She'll send it to you, and then we'll be able to premiere and see which one gets the vote. So we'll look to do that. But yeah, and then hopefully the episode before the end of the year, we'll be able to have a listening party and see what everyone thinks about.
Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun.
Yes.
That'll be
Okay.
fun. And yeah,
Well,
we gonna, like Stevie said, we gotta get together before Christmas.
yeah, no, definitely. Okay, guys. Well, Keith and Aerosol and Jansony, DJ Soul Child, um, everyone that's just been joining in. Definitely appreciate you guys alongside. Thank you, Jackie,
Thank
for
you.
on the day that your new single "No More" was released. You took time to hang out with us today.
Y'all
Yeah,
doing it for
definitely
me.
appreciate it. Yeah, so check it
I,
out. Please search it. Beautiful song. And as Stevie says, the more you listen to it, the more you're like, okay, actually, this is really it. So, and it's like fine wine. It keeps growing on you.
I will definitely you know, post something. You know, you just want to get the video and stuff out first, but I'm definitely going to post something and have a clip of it and, you know, talk about that this is real life pain. And, you know, for the ones that have been through it, you know, the best thing to do is to heal and to forgive
Yeah.
and, and welcome, um, the babies that were outside of the marriage because a lot of people that've been through it they don't know how to accept a child outside of their marriage and I just think that's that's just evil and wrong for us to deny a child regardless of how much we hated that it happened you know you never deny a child so
Yeah.
anyway